皆さん、お元気ですか？俺は元気です。あなたは？ Okay, I'm back to English. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ali here. It's been a while. What time is it? It's 7:12 in the morning. You can probably see by the looking the right way. Brightness outside my window there. I don't see much brightness, so it's pretty surprising for me too right now. My parents are asleep, and I'm trying not to speak so much so that they wake them up. But then, if I thought that I probably shouldn't be making a video at this time in the morning, oh well. So my friend, or my friends, should I say, Jack and Karol, they asked me a couple of questions regarding Japan, and Jack gave me the idea of doing a Q&A, or Q&J, because J is Japan, question and Japan. Is that good? Let's get into this. They've asked me, how many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4. I think it's 4. Is it 4? So, question number 1. What was the first proper meal you ate in Japan? I arrived in Japan over a year and a bit back now. It's been a while since I come back, actually. But trying to remember in my jumbled memory all the way back to when I first arrived, the first night. So I was staying with my friend Jack. We ended up going to, unbeknownst to us at the time, actually, a chain diner, or chain restaurant, should I say, of gyudon, which is beef strips and rice, beef strips over rice, and onions sometimes, and other condiments and what have you. And the chain we went to in question was called Matsuya. My parents are snoring. Hope you guys can't hear that, because I can. That was the first one I had. It's fucking delicious. Check it out. That's one of my recommended places to eat. Recommended eats. Ali's recommended eats. Good eats by Ali. Whatever it's going to be called. This list of food that I recommend. That's number 1. Yeah. Really good. Really, really good. Okay, number 2. What's the best place you'd recommend for someone visiting Tokyo? Bracket, landmark, bracket. In Tokyo. Can I say the actual city itself? Is that a bit shit? Just simply being in Tokyo itself is like a experience for a tourist. Like, just to kind of experience everyday life, people watch, just, there's always opportunities to take snapshots and pictures, like, of things you would see nowhere else but in somewhere like Tokyo. Okay, so after checking out my Instagram, oh wait, see that? That's me right there. That's me. So, the first place I recommend, and I don't know if Jack wanted me to recommend it personally to him, which I can do, or as a general kind of scope. And also, guys, bear in mind, I'm a specific kind of person. I've got my interests and landmarks I'd recommend. They might not be all to people's tastes, but I hope generally it appeals to you. So number one is Ikebukuro. What I really recommend it for is the shopping. Really, I mean, as a tourist, the one thing you will do when you go to a different country, bar take selfies and snapshot. That's meant to be my camera. You guys see that? Yeah, whatever. And it's got like a whole shopping street, Chiwodori, I think it's called, and it's called Sunshine Plaza. Like, comparing it to where I live now in London, Oxford Circus, it's got nothing on it. Ikebukuro is 10 times as busy, 10 times as packed and full of things, places to go, to buy, to burn money, to come out and have buyer's remorse. Like, if you want to shop in Tokyo, you go to Ikebukuro. Special shout out to the Pokemon Center there as well. It's amazing. Fucking expensive, but really, really awesome to go and catch them all. Something like that. Also, if you're an anime fan, they've got I think it's called, what's it called? J World. I think it's J World. Shonen Jump theme park thingamajiggy. I went inside. It's fucking amazing. If you're a fan of Shonen Jump manga, you can go to the cafe to try the food. You can play some games for a small nominal fee, and you can take lots of pictures. What else is there? I know there's more. I've been there hundreds of times. Not literally hundreds, but you know what I mean. Ikebukuro. Instagram. Oh, it can't help me. Oh no. Next on my list, let's check my Instagram again because I'm pretty much sure I've got it. Here we are. That's what it is. How could I forget? Akihabara. Of course, that should have been the first one. I should have done that. That's very, man, I got a hard slap. I don't notice these things till I do them. Okay, so Akihabara. Now, it's number 2 on the list of because I forgot to mention it first. Anime, manga, games, and if you even have a smidgen, nice little British kind of slang reference there. If you have even a small amount of interest in those things, go to Akihabara. It's just an experience to experience being there. However long you go there, it's a whole different world. I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm throwing out all these cheesy lines right here, but oh my god, it's just the way you see it in pictures and how it's described, and even in anime, if you watch, even in movies, it really is an electric town. You've got limitless amounts of game shops, figure shops, maid cafes, game arcades litter the streets. If there's a game to be bought, or a figure to be had, or a good time to be had, I don't know any other word to use after good time, you're gonna have it there. It's just I can wax lyrical, but all I gotta say is go there. Special mention, as I know Jack is a big retro gaming fan collector, I would definitely recommend you check out the gaming superstore called wait, get rid of this one, guys. It's called Super Potato. Pictures don't do it justice. You have to go there. I think it's, what is it, 3 floors of gaming goodness, and then the top floor of like a small kind of candy chocolate snack section / old school gaming arcades, lads. Like, it's amazing. Like, you don't know what you're missing out on if you don't go. They should really hire me for some kind of Japanese tours. You can find like pristine rare games in box. You could find only available in Japan games, imported games, consoles, games from 1970s, 1960s, things like consoles, games, peripherals, accessories, electronics you would think extinct or never even heard of, or you've been looking your whole life for. Just, you can find it there. I guess let's round it up to a top 5. I'll try not to keep it too long, because I know I've been waffling on them. But guys, I can't help it. It's just, there's so much to talk about. So number 3 is Ueno. Ueno is an amazing place in that it's centrally located. There's the what's it called? God damn it, Akayoko, I think. Shopping street. If you want to go and grab omiyage, like snacks, and even in lots of cases medicine, because for some reason medicine's cheaper in Japan than most other countries in the world. Number four is going to be Asakusa. In some cases, that probably should be number 1, because for me, actually, it was my first place I went to, really explored on my first trip to Japan back in 2014. That's right. I recommend you hit up Sensoji Temple. Everyone who goes to Japan, if they're going to see a temple, it will be Sensoji. So, use our favor. Check it out. Also, there's the Tokyo Skytree, not too far from Sensoji. Rounding it out, you really have to hit the Sumida River. On your way to Tokyo Skytree, you can walk along the river. It's beautiful. It's really picturesque. And lastly, number 5. Okay, so this is Yokohama. Yokohama is actually not part of Tokyo, technically. Or Kanto. Is it part of Kanto? I forgot. It's part of Kanagawa Prefecture. So it's just outside Tokyo. Technically, give or take, around about 60 to 90 minutes away. But because it's in the general jurisdiction, you count it as such. It's part of Tokyo. In that Tokyo initiary, how you say it. You really have to spend a day there, like, to really appreciate all the things you can do, all the things you can see. Number 1, I'd recommend Yokohama for it's Chinatown. Yeah, Chinatown's amazing. It's amazing. It's, full of Chinese restaurants and Chinese people. That's really obvious. Why am I making obvious? It's great. And not too far of a walk from there, you can head over to the park. It's not called the park. I don't know what it's called, but it's on the seafront. Yokohama is quite close to the sea. You can check out the Yokohama ferry, which you can pay a small fee for to get on board and explore. You can also go up the Yokohama Tower, which is actually located in the park itself. See a nice kind of overarching view of Yokohama sea line, river, shore. I don't know where I'm going with this. And also, once you're done with the park and the general vicinity of the area itself, you can head over to Minato Mirai. It's called translates directly to Future Island. And you've got the Ferris wheel, the Mirai Ferris wheel. That should do it. That's 5 things for you there. Oh man, I talked too much for that. I wanted to move on quickly to the next question, but now I have to do a lot of edits because it's really long. Question 3. Is it true what people say that those in Japan, especially those living in Tokyo, are living in the future in terms of technology? That's a really good question, you know. I guess you could say, in a way, yes, but then it's not technology where they're so far ahead that it's not obtainable and sustainable in a different country if they were to have that same technology. It's just that the way Japanese people and Japan as a whole has adapted and adopted technology for certain functions and uses in daily life is just far and above anything else you could see anywhere else in another country. Okay, so for example, vending machines in Japan. Some of them, when you walk up to them, they're like touchscreen enabled. They have a camera in them, and they like observe you, like scan you, your height, your sex, I don't even know, time of day, body temperature, something or rather, and they analyze what you should or could be drinking at this point in time. Secondly, you can pay for things, shall I say, with a card, and not like debit card because Japan is a very cash-based society even now, but with your Suica or Pasmo card. Those are predominantly transport cards, right? Like in the UK we have Oyster, that's used only for train travel, bus travel. You can't use it to pay for other things apart from travel on public transport. But in Japan, you can. You can use their equivalent to pay at vending machines, to pay at convenience stores. Here's one. I've not seen it in other countries, and it's still quite new, and there's not so many uses bar just asking questions and receiving answers. But there's these little robots. They're like kind of personal helpers. They can actually look at you and respond to your voice. You can ask them. Obviously, it's got to be certain criteria questions, but they'll help you out. They've got little screens, which they'll show you information regarding what you've asked them. You could check your phone, sure, and you can ask someone else, another human, sure. It's not foolproof, but you were able to kind of ask and get back answers. I mean, it's just amazing. Like these are all prototype kind of in the process of being made ideas, yet now they're everywhere where you can ask them about products and about places and about just general information, which you'd have to rely on somebody else for, or just have to, I don't know, look in a book, or just there are other means to obtain it. But it's just, yeah, it's futuristic. And the last question, this one's from Carol. What was your favorite experience in Japan? Okay, so this one, maybe it's my favorite question actually. When I was in Odaiba, with a friend, corner of my eye, I spot this kind of concept, this recording, like was it a music video or whatever it was. There was people from the public, and there was like cameras and map books and all sorts. And so, I'm quite curious, and I walk over, and I'm thinking, wow, this is really cool. Like, I've never seen this in Japan thus far in my month or so of living there. And it turns out, actually, I'm not even sure if was it a music video or was it just a public performance? Okay, so a EDM band, free girl, kind of schoolgirl age band called Stereo Tokyo. They were in the area and they were putting on a performance. And so, among us over it, I'm like, what the hell? Go check this out. And so, as you do as a gaijin, as a tourist, you bust out your phone, take out some videos, record some videos, and get to take some pictures. Okay, so I was happy enough just doing that. I didn't have a, want or need to do anything else. I thought, cool. Take a couple of snaps, take a couple of videos. I'm golden. Then I get called over I'm like, and they look at me. They're like, and I'm like, nande, and they're like, kai. And turns out, because I'm a foreigner, I got fucking dragged in. I got dragged in, lads. Like, I'm not even kidding you. I got dragged. Like, well, I nearly fucking dropped there. They just saw me kind of getting all into it. I'm like, oh, cool. It's a foreigner. Let's get it. And I got dragged in to this fucking huddle of people, right? And then I ended up next to the actual band themselves. And they looked at me. And I looked at them. And we just fucking started dancing. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? Made us fucking well, right? And so, your boy, fucking busting out some moves. People around me, fucking busting out some moves. And I'm like, is it because I'm a good dancer or is it just because I'm a gaijin? I don't know, but I don't care. Yeah, let's get this. And fucking woo, baby, all that kind of shit. And then out of nowhere, okay, that was enough, right? I'm thinking, okay, it's embarrassing, but I'm enjoying it, and everyone seems to think I'm good at dancing. This is great. And then out of nowhere, I get lifted off my feet, like something like shit like that. And these like 2 or 3 lads were holding me up from my legs, and I was on their shoulders, and I was going, yeah, like I was like, oh my god. First thing I thought, shit, lads, I'm heavy, Can you carry me? Like, oh shit, man, I feel so sorry for them. But anyway, so that happened, and I was getting paraded. I don't know if it was in a good way, and people come over to take pictures. Some guy like his fucking iPhone, like this. He was like, take a picture, stuff. And I was like, what, man? What did I take my picture for? And my friend took my picture, and I was like, and it's crazy. Then I got given the mic by one of the band members, and I was singing, and it's crazy. It's amazing. Like, you just kind of go over to just experience, like, take a quick look. You're not experiencing, not hoping to experience something like what I did. Oh, that's not even counting when I took limitless amounts of selfies and videos. People coming up to me, like, hey, bro, not obviously in English, and they're like taking selfies, like, and, I took a couple of pictures. People go, and, they were like, in my pictures, like, just like, seriously, just to be shown that kind of love, if you will, that kind of just friendliness and warmth, to be dragged into something like that, and to just be made to feel like, one of the band, one of the group. They don't know me. I don't even know the language at that point to talk with them, and they just kind of, albeit they forced me to kind of run in. They pulled me, literally dragged me. I'm not even kidding. They dragged me into it, but if they hadn't, I wouldn't have had such a great story to tell you, and I wouldn't have had such a great memory to keep in my heart. Yeah, it's amazing. Actually, if you guys notice on my YouTube profile picture, it's from that experience. It's amazing. So that would be my best experience. It happened in April, and I still can't forget about it. I can't stop talking about it. It's amazing. Like, that kind of memory stay with me for life. Anything else? Oh, no. So, I guess that's it. This has been a much longer part one than I wanted it to be. Thanks very much for watching. For watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one. ありがとうございました。じゃあね。